This is John Valentino with John and Bob's, and we're here at a garden that we have transitioned into completely only using John and Bob's products. It's kind of an interesting history. You see spectacular bloom, and I think we can say the bloom has increased. That's one of the benefits of using John and Bob's. The owner is after a great bloom and uses a lot of blooming plants, after a lot of color, and we've been successful in creating that. But the main benefit is an interesting one. It's really what John and Bob's products are all about, and that is they were managing this garden before using a lot of Subdue and a lot of Merit. So those are both synthetic products that we try hard to stay away from. They're effective at what they do, but if you need them, that means you've got big problems. The Merit is basically a systemic insecticide, and the Subdue is a fungicide. And they were having a lot of problems with fungus on the turf and fungus in a lot of the annuals. And the problem with using Subdue over and over is if you identify the fungus as a fungus and you apply Subdue, it kills the bad fungus, but it also kills the good fungus. And the good fungi are your only chance at naturally containing and defeating and preventing the bad fungi. And so if you're using Subdue constantly, if you find yourself using Subdue constantly, you're probably going to get on a treadmill where you're using more and more Subdue, and that's going to deplete the health of the soil, which depletes the soil's ability to feed the plants in a proper way, allowing them to bloom properly, allowing them to grow without pest or disease and perform at their best. So what we had in this garden is a situation where every summer the bills for the fungicide and the insecticide were higher and higher. And the whole idea of introducing John and Bob's is to get away from that completely and to feed the soil and to build it with beneficial microbes. Those beneficial microbes would then control the fungi that was previously being controlled or being attempted to be controlled with the Subdue and the Merit. And so the first year we used both. The owner was still using some of the Subdue and the Merit, but then as we saw some benefit to what we were doing on the turf and in all the flowers, now we're in about the second year of 100% John and Bob's products only, mostly blend. Blend has the Maximize, the Optimize, the Nourish Biosol, different combinations of those, and a little bit of Penetrate here and there. And even for the turf, because we were worried about the fungal problem, we were using some Citral Blast, which is our organic fungicide made of botanicals. So you see the result is spectacular. Really almost every kind of flower you can imagine, and even some that shouldn't grow here. We're in Fresno. Some that have difficulty growing in Fresno, we're growing successfully here. And so we're going to give you kind of a tour of the garden, and with that understanding that that's the backdrop. We went from using lots of synthetics to using no synthetics, and feeding the soil, building the soil, and allowing the soil to nourish all the plants.